During this webinar, we will be seeing, we'll see how what is Power BI, and we'll understand what is Power View, and we will use Power Pivot along with NAV, because all of us here are NAV users or administrators or developers connected to NAV in some way. So I'll show you how you can do that with NAV. And finally, we'll also create a Power BI dashboard and share it with rest of the folks or other people. What we won't be discussing today in this webinar, however, is pricing and licensing and any other technical topics related to Power BI. Considering that this is just the session for the most beginners of Power BI. However, if you have any question that is not covered in today's webinar, feel free to email Andy or email me, and I'll do my best to get back to you with the right answer. Okay. So with that, let us quickly see what will be in the agenda for today. Of course, as I already said, we'll discuss the basics of Power BI. What is Power BI, and how does it work? What is required? And we will then use Power Pivot to build a data set from NAV, of course. And we'll see how do we build a dashboard in Power View, and we will upload that to our Office 365 site in SharePoint, and then we can share or analyze that in the Power BI. Okay. And finally, Q&A, and so during the webinar, if you have any questions, as I already mentioned, please use the chat window to share your questions. Okay. So with that, let's dive into Power BI. And oh, okay, so yeah. So what is Power BI? Power BI is a cloud service that lets you share, collaborate, and easily access your Excel reports anywhere on any device. And why do we need a tool like Power BI? I think that should be the best question. I should have put that here. Considering that all of us are required to analyze and go through loads and loads of data, so many Excel sheets, and as we grow in our work, we are also expected to add value to the business and be a more valuable contributor, bring something unique, share a unique perspective. How with by using the same tools over and over, how are we supposed to do it, right? So I think that would be a valid question. So Power BI is a tool wherein it'll help you. It'll enable you to analyze the whole whole amount of data that is coming your way, the data explosion that happens at work. Um, Power BI lets you to connect a broader variety of data within your organization, so that you can analyze and share connect the data, analyze it in a meaningful way, slice it and dice it, and also collaborate with other people. For example, business analysts can collaborate with financial analysts to see how they should suggest or build the POC, or what kind of response should they provide to the prospect, and so on. And another important aspect that Power BI enables you is discovering. Sometimes the whole big picture gets lost in the vast amounts of data that our organizations and customers keep churning up every day. So with using Power BI, you can it'll give you a better tool to help you analyze at the macro level and also at the micro level. You can use it any way that you would feel most productive. I think that's where all these newer tools are. The theme that connects all the newer tools with all the products together at Microsoft is productivity. So in the end, all the engineers and the product architects at Microsoft are trying to analyze how we can improve our productivity day to day. And another, the most benefit of Power BI is sharing. As organizations are being more open to bring your own device. It could be your iPad or Android tablets or any other kind of cell phones. With Power BI, you can share data and view reports on any of the devices. There are apps for iPad and Android. So Power BI is kind of the next step in having powerful BI at your fingertips, along with any of the devices that you may already have, right? So again, what is Power BI? I know I spoke a lot, but what is it really? So Power BI for Office 365 is a self-service business intelligence solution delivered through Excel and Office 365. So as all of you may know and will know, Excel is the quintessential tool for any office goer, be it the finance team or the sales team purchase. Everybody uses Excel, so there is no doubt, or there is no doubt in that fact. So Power BI uses Excel to deliver rich experiences, rich, powerful business intelligence experience to users. All right. And it helps you to analyze Power Pivot, through you can analyze data through Power Pivot, Power Maps, Power View. I'll show all these things as and when we get to the demo. And in a collaboration, of course, as we need to do things faster, share things with, everybody would need data right now because of that important meeting that we have scheduled tomorrow. So Power BI really enables users to collaborate more effectively, and you can do that on any of your devices while you're on the move. And question and share, I'll show that feature of Power BI as well. And what are the use cases used when when you want to analyze or present insights of data in many visually compelling formats, charts and maps, right? Power BI is most beneficial to users who want to, get the business intelligence from the business, right? So, will Power BI be useful for a person who is putting in sales orders day in and day out in a manufacturing organization? Maybe not. So, as the title, as the name itself indicates, it'll be for advanced users who would want to get an insight into your business, some of the top users, sales managers, vice presidents, CEOs, and so on and so forth. Right, and it's also a part of Office 365. I'm sure many of you, and your customers are already on Office 365. And I had a discussion with Andy, who said that we want to have our partners know what is Power BI so that they can present a compelling demo to the prospect of the overall benefits of Office 365 along with NAV. So I'm sure Power BI will be useful for you. And I just want to, as I shared previously, the three major building blocks of Power BI, as I had written here, are dashboards, reports, and data sets. So I'll drill down to each of these building blocks before we go into the demo, just for a couple of minutes, and then I'll go into the demo, about 30 minutes of demo, right? So, so what is the dashboard? Um, well, I'm sure all of you would have driven, or all of you have a car and use it every day to commute to work or to commute personally. We all have dashboards in the car. I mean, of course, dashboards. Dashboards indicate speed, fuel, and oil, air, all the essential safety, all the things that the driver needs to know, right? So, in a sense, what is a Power BI dashboard then? So Power BI dashboard is that small, tiled interface that Power BI gives you, which will give you a essential snapshot of all the important points that you need to keep in mind, right? So dashboards display tiles that represent important information about your business. That are dashboards, and each tile that in the dashboard displays a single visualization that was created using a data set. Alright. So okay, okay. So a dashboard is something you can create, or something that a coworker can create and share it with you, right? For example, if you can see the image on the left is what you see at dashboard, wherein you will see the revenue for the month and how every division is doing, and so on and so forth. It's like a small indicator of all your KPIs, or all your indicators are in one small place. And when you click on these dashboards, it'll take you to detailed reports, right? So I hope you know what is a dashboard by now. So what's a report, all right? So a report is the detailed visualization of every tile in the dashboard, right? So dashboard may have a lot of icons uh, that will give you important as it may dashboard may give you how every department is doing. What are the sales and what is the total expenses that you've incurred for the month in purchase, and what's the sales, and how much you've paid employees, what are the other daily miscellaneous expenses, all that. So when you click on it, it'll take you to a report, that report that concerns with miscellaneous expenses, that report wherein you can drill down and go into details, and you can see what exactly is the information, how is it coming up to the dashboard. So when you connect to an Excel workbook which contains Power View, you can also go to that Excel workbook and in fact analyze all the transactions through reports, right? So that is the report in Power BI. Finally, data set, the most important component. Well, what is a data set? Data set is the set of data. In fact, it's all the data that you carefully put in place. And I tried just uploading my regular everyday accounting or Excel sheets to Power BI, but it won't take it. So a data set is a set of carefully organized data, and you can also create relationships, and you can make the data intelligent or smart data, right? A data set can in Power BI, data set can be imported from your other day-to-day work tools. For example, your CRM, Salesforce. You first build your data set, and then through your data set you create reports, right? And then you create a dashboard of all these reports, which will give you a summary at the dashboard level, right? So please keep in mind that Power BI is a separate and detailed topic in itself. And today we will not go into how do we connect various things, for example, CRM or Salesforce or any other business applications with Power BI. Instead, as we had scoped initially, we will see how NAV users and NAV developers or administrators can make use of NAV data and build a data set and build a report that can be imported into Power BI, right? So just to reiterate, um, Power BI. Oh, okay. Power BI. I'll just come to that in a minute. So data model this is very important. You need to before you start working on your data set, please model your data in the most efficient way, because if your data model is not efficient, if you don't build a highly efficient data model, your Power Pivot and your Power BI responses may be slow. Okay. So yeah, that's about data set and reports and dashboards. And how do we as the users in NAV build data models? So we use Power Pivot. I'm sure all of you must be familiar with Power Pivot. Power Pivot is used to be an add-on in Excel 2010, but with Excel 2013, it comes with the product. It comes with Excel 2013, and then the next version, Excel 2016 as well. So if you want to analyze millions and millions of rows of data, it will not be possible with Excel. So you need to use this add-on called Power Pivot. So use when you want increased reporting capabilities in Excel, You want to create data models to define your key process indicators, combine data from different sources, and so on and so forth. So we'll use PowerPivot today, and for NAV, we can leverage OData, that's part of NAV, to import data into PowerPivot. Okay, and Power View. What is a Power View? We'll come to that. Power View is where you create dashboards or interactive visualizations for Power BI. So as a quick recap before we go into the demo, so Power BI is a tool as a part of Office 365 wherein you can, it enables you to collaborate and share powerful business intelligence from your work, right? And Power BI enables you to be more productive, and it will help you get by into getting more valuable or insight into your business and data, right? So with that, I will now slowly transition to my desktop. So it may be delayed because since there are a lot of people today joining, I hope in a minute or two you will all be able to see, right? I've not started sharing, but I'll share it in a while. Okay, so I'll now go into demo. So just give me a couple of seconds here. So until you see the screen, if you have any questions, feel free to use the chat window, and I will see your questions once I return. Just bear with me a couple of minutes here. Okay. Okay, so in a couple of minutes, you guys must be able to see my desktop, which
Vikram,
is
there's a question from Louise
okay.
asking, any chance to access instead on queries or data for 2009 versions?
2009, I have not tried doing that in 2009. But 2009, the 2009 doesn't support OData. It only supports SOAP, Simple Object Access Protocol. OData support came from 2013. So with OData is not possible. But if you are a good web programmer, you can use SOAP protocol to access the data from 2009.
Great, thank you. We also have another question from Friedrich. I don't know if you want to read it now or we want to save this for the Q&A, which probably would make sense.
Yeah, I think we'll do that for the Q&A. Are you able to see my screen now, Andy?
Yes, it's visible. Thank you.
Okay, I'll start. You can keep typing your questions. We'll do that finally in the end at the Q&A. Thank you, guys. Okay, so this is my NAV screen, and we will see how we can, use Power BI by using NAV data, right? So we don't need the NAV rich RTC client. So what I'll do is I'll build a sales dashboard, sales by country. What I want to do is I want to analyze sales by all the countries and then how I'm selling in every country. Maybe I also want to know how my salespeople are doing, and what are the months where I sell maximum bicycles. Is it before Christmas, or is it during Easter, or is it during the summer months? So I want to build a Power BI dashboard, okay, for for myself and for my manager, so that they can see all the high from the high level how the data has how the data makes sense. So what I'll do is I'll now do some modifications in NAV so that we can export the data in the right type of data model that we want. Okay. So what I'll do is I'm modeling data based on I want to build a sales dashboard. So I want to create queries and pages wherein I can access the relevant tables in PowerPivot, right? So I'll start by building a query for my sales data. So of course, all the sales data resides in sales invoice line. So I will select sales invoice line. For now, I'll choose all the fields, but you can restrict the fields to the field that you want. So for now, I'll keep all of these fields. Okay. So I need a sales invoice line for my so sales dashboard. So I'll just save this as put sales invoice line. So this will be my first query that I will save it. Okay, sales invoice line is a query I can run and see, and at this point it is just exporting all the data from sales invoice line table. Okay, so I'm starting to build my data model. Before that, I want to make sure that I have all the tables accessible from Power Pivot. So the second query I want to build on the item table. So on the item table, I want to select certain fields that I would want. That be item number, description, unit price. The fields that make most sense. Cost, and we choose these. Okay. And other important things would be item category code and product group code, because I want to know based on the category how my sales are doing. So just give me a minute here. Okay, I think that makes up all the fields that I want. I'll save this as product, and finally I would want one more for the customer table. Okay, so I'll select some fields again from the customer. So number, name, city, salesperson code, because I want to know who sold the most, which salesperson sold the most, and finally I would, since this is a dashboard based on country, I've chosen country region code. I think this is all the data that I would need. Okay, so I'll save this. So yeah, so what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to build a data model from which using which I can import data into Power Pivot. Since I would need these three queries, I'm building them in query. So now I would send these queries to OData using my web services. I'll go to web services, and I will add these three queries: sales invoice line, sales invoice line, sales product, and so please keep keep in mind that I've already shared these two pages, which is countries and salesperson. So in a way, I've made a map of all the tables and data that I would want from NAV so that I can build my data model in PowerPivot. Okay. So now with that, we will start with customer, and I can then import this data into PowerPivot in Excel. So what I'll do is I'll copy this and I'll open Excel. So I'll create a blank workbook and now okay. So I'll go to PowerPivot and click on Manage because I want to import data into PowerPivot. Okay. Right. So once you are in PowerPivot, you can import data using data service and you get information that from OData feed. Right. So you can click on this. Oops, what happened? Okay. So now I copy the URL and do a test connection. Test succeeded. So this way I can import all the data that I want into PowerPivot, right? So this is the first stage, the data model stage, where I am building up my data model, right? So I would import all the five web services similarly what I've done with customer. So I'll open product. So I'll just, oops, what's happening? Okay, I'll just copy this and I'll go here. Oh, and again, I would import data for product. So now it has imported 144 rows from item, right? So just bear with me until I import all the five. Okay, copy and import it. So once this data model is built, this is the use of PowerPivot. PowerPivot helps us in by enabling us to bring in data from various sources, right? So now I have customer, product, and sales line, and I will now get the list of countries. Okay. Uh, and finally, I'll get the list of salespeople. And after that, I'll do another interesting, I'll get the data from another interesting feed, which I'll let you know. Okay. So now I have the list of countries imported into my Power Pivot. Finally, the last one that remains would be salespeople, which is the list of salespeople. Okay, and this will be the last one from all data feed. This is the salespeople. Finish. Okay, close. Right. So these are all the list of salespeople. I'll save it. I'll save it. I've been creating a lot of sales dashboards, so I'll just name it as the new sales dashboard. Okay. So again, if you want to manage the data, you can go to manage Power Pivot icon, right? So right now we are trying to build the data model, as I told you, and we have imported all the information from various tables, right? So I'll just filter this for the type item. Okay, and save it. I want to let you know that to analyze the data based on time, you need to have all the dates in an Excel sheet, because if you want to know how much sale happened on a day on a particular month, you need to have another Excel sheet in your Power Pivot, which can give the information about the dates. And that's the reason what I'll do is I'll use an existing Power Pivot, Power Pivot data feed from Azure Marketplace, wherein I'm just pulling all the date information which are available into an Excel sheet, right? So there are many feeds available. So I've already used this dot logic feed because it gives data in a more meaningful way. So the only reason I'm doing this because I want to have all the dates in Power Pivot so that I can go back and see the sale that happened on a particular date. So you can choose other feeds as well. Okay. So that's why I'm using that feed from the Azure. Okay, I'll select. I don't need time. I just need the date. So it has all the dates already listed. If you have this in an Excel sheet and you can use that copy paste from that Excel sheet, since I don't have it, I'm just pulling the information. It helps you to analyze based on calendar month or a quarter or a year or a decade. So it has the data sorted in that manner. That's the reason I'm choosing this feed. Okay. Since it has a lot of date in information that needs to be imported, I'll start importing. As you can see, okay, I'll say finish. Now it is importing data from the Azure Marketplace from this feed. I'm sure all of you now know what were the reason why I'm importing that. So it'll take some time. It has a lot of rows, so it'll take some time until it imports all the rows. I would quickly like you to show the home page of Power BI, right? So if you go to powerbi.com, if you have a subscription already with Microsoft Power BI, if you go to powerbi.com and go to the home page of Microsoft Power BI, this is how it will be. This is the home screen that you will be greeted to, and this has all the three components that I talked to you about: the dashboard, reports, and data sets, right? So right now I am in a dashboard of retail analysis sample. This is the example dashboard that will be provided to all Power BI customers. This is an example dashboard. As you can see, it is giving me the total number of stores, the year sale, which is 22 million, and at a broader level by chain, Lindsay's, then Fashion Direct, new stores opened this year's sales from the new stores only 2.43, so we're more than 10% from 10 stores, so which is good. So almost all the stores are doing similar sales. So I hope you get the point of why we need dashboards, right? So this way you can get a bird's eye view of how the entire business is doing, and whenever you click on a dashboard, it'll take you to that particular report. So this is a report, this say sale. I can go to any other report that may be a small report. This is a big report, and it has a more. This is the power map that you can see here. It will live on a live basis. It will take you to Bing Maps and show you the uh, geospatial location of your customers or your sales. So it looks like this is the area where my sales are doing well. I know I need to maybe do more marketing in South Carolina so that people are more aware. Maybe I should give some referral bonuses for regular customers. So this is you can more in a way accurately drill down and focus on the things that need your attention. So instead of spending a lot of time, there's a saying in Office Space in Office Space, the movie, and in regular offices that meetings are the things that reduce productivity the most. Every time you go to a meeting, there's hardly one point to discuss, but it consumes 1 hour of all the people in there. So maybe if you want to be a smart person who manages your time smartly, you can use Power BI because this will give you a lot of data and you can visually show and prove the point that was always in your head. Maybe that'll help you with your next bonus uh, I'm just kidding. So, so this is the report. You know, you can build reports like this in Power BI, right? And how do you build reports? Before you build reports, you need to have data set. Right now we have data set from NAV, but if you have any other product that you want to get your data from, you can do that. You know, you can do that from your Excel workbook, or you can use Power BI Designer. Okay, and you can get data from Marketo, CRM, Salesforce, SendGrid. It can connect to any other you know, business application that you have. Okay, so you can add your own custom data source here and pull in the data from various tables uh, that you want, right? So for NAV, the way to get data or the data set, you need to build the data set in NAV, and through PowerPivot, you need to import that, right? Okay, good. Okay, so I just finish up on that point. So this is the home screen of Power BI homepage, and you know, this is the dashboard, and if you click on dashboards, it'll take you to detailed reports, right? Okay. Coming back to how we can use this all with NAV. Okay, how let's do the magic in NAV. So right now I've imported all the data, built the data set. So how do we make this intelligent? There's just a lot of data, but it's not connected. All right. So I'll show you the diagram view of data, which shows that all the data that I have are in silos, and they're not connected to each other. So let's make it smart data. Let's make it intelligent data by using relationships, right? So let's build some relationships already. So the first field that I would like to you know, relate to connect is the bill to customer number field, right? And let me just go to that field. I'll connect bill to customer number with my number field from the customer table. Okay, so where is it? Maybe I missed it. Okay, let's go home. Sell to customer number, posting shipment, quantity. So this is how you know, people get lost in all the data that we go through every day. And yeah, there you go, build customer number. So that's why I think we should you know, think of new ways wherein we can be more productive. So customer field, now I need to link it with customers so that you can see that the link is now active. Voila. So bill to customer number has been linked to customer number, and I want to link the number field with item, right? So this yeah, this is the number field. Now I want to connect it to the product table with number. So it can see that there is a match. So now the link is active, the relationship is built. And now I want to connect posting date with you know, the list of dates that we imported from Azure Marketplace. So that will help us analyze you know, the sales based on quarter or a month, right? So this is the posting date field. Now I want to connect this with the field in the date, right? We imported this from Azure Marketplace. So there is a field called full date, so which is similar to posting date. Now I've connected that. Okay, now this is done. I've connected sales table with all the necessary tables, and now I want to connect customer table with some tables, mainly salesperson code, right? So I want to see this is the link in NAV, so that's how NAV works. I want to connect salesperson code to salespeople code. Okay, so this is a relationship. And finally, I want to connect customers. Since we are analyzing per country basis, I want to create a relationship with country code. Okay. Now all my data is interconnected. Right now I have, you know, smarter data wherein I can, using one element, I can pull data from other elements. Okay, this looks like from a sci-fi movie, but you can, drag and analyze in any way that you want to. Okay, so sales line is connected here, customers, and okay, this looks like Mr. Zoidberg from Futurama. Okay, uh, yeah. So this is now the diagrammatic view. As you can see, salespeople are connected to product, customers, and date. Customer is connected to country and salespeople. Okay. So right now I've built my data model in a way that will help me create powerful power okay, so okay, this way. Okay, PowerPivot is performing an operation. Let me run this way. Okay, so it is still connecting all the data that we okay, save. Okay, it's still, it may take some time. So in the meantime, as you can see, we've imported the data from NAV, right? And we have connected all the data in a more meaningful way. So let's build a report, right? So we can build a report in many ways. So one way is using Power View. I initially during the slide I quickly talked about Power View. So let's build a quick dashboard that we want, the kind of dashboard that we want using Power View, right? So it'll give you a blank, like a blank drawing sheet, wherein you can build your dashboards and create reports, right? So what I'll do is I'll start with sales by country. That was the main thing. So I'll go to countries and select name. Okay, so which will give me a list of all the names of countries. And now I want countries by sales amount, right? So yeah, you can either look at it this way, or you can, build graphs. Graphs are, a nice way to understand numbers. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll sort it based on amount so that I can see the country with the most sales. And it's a surprise, Norway has beaten all other countries. Maybe our customer Cronus is doing very well in Norway, right? Who would have thought? Thanks to Power BI. So um, okay, now it's saving. I just save so that if in case it crashes, nothing should happen. Okay, let's see. Now, this is the first. Okay, I can give new sales dashboard. And this is the graph for sales by country. So similarly, you can add, or you can add filters. For example, you can filter based on salesperson name, right? So if you want to know how much John Roberts has influenced, John Roberts is effective in Iceland, Czech Republic, Germany, and Belgium. Has not done much in other countries. Who has done well in Norway? Not Annette Hall. Okay, so the guy who's worked in Norway should deserve a raise. So let's see. So this is an easy way using which you can filter or easy way to, yeah, okay, this is the guy, Linda Martin, now the girl. Well, congratulations. So see, this is how easy it is for using Power View. You can enable these kind of views wherein all the data is connected, and you can now import this into Power BI as well. I'll show that in a couple of minutes. And as a another important diagram use of let's build another quick dashboard. What we'll do is we'll see sales based on date. So I'll add full date, and I will add amount. Now let's see how sales are influenced per date. Okay, so yes, I'm just trying to drag it a little below. Oh, okay, good. So right now there is a lot of data on a day basis, but it doesn't make sense. Let's have another intelligent map. Okay, so it says okay, yeah. Now this is the line. So again, you can see what month the sales were made. Linda made good sales in March, but it has been declining. Maybe we should not give her a raise right now. So yeah, so as you get more charts and graphs, the whole picture changes. So okay, this guy's doing good. Oh man, again a girl, Deborah. So this is an example of PowerPivot. So I hope you get the point. So how does Power BI come into the picture here? So let me save it, and we can easily update this data to Power BI. Let me just add one final by product category code, product group code. Oh, okay, so okay, so maybe I can't. It says it contains a duplicate. Okay, product group code and quantity. So I'll show you quickly how this can be imported to to Power BI. So I'll save this. Okay, it's all saved. This is all, we saw how we can use Power Pivot to build a data set, right? And we then used Power Query, not Power Query, Power View to create meaningful data here. Okay, oops, something happened to the graph. Okay, I'll save it. So finally, coming to Power BI, there are multiple ways using which you can import this into Power BI. Let me just log in to Power BI. I have created a demo account. Let me take some time. So basically what I am going to do is I will go log into Office, and I will upload this document to my SharePoint site, and then I will analyze the data in Power BI. Okay, just give me a minute. I'm uploading. So I hope all of you understood how we can import data into uh, Power Pivot and build our data model through relationships, and then create powerful insights through Power View. Okay, now is the step wherein we are going to import this data into Power BI. So please note that until your data sheet, until your Power View file is on premise, it will update dynamically, which means that whenever there is data in NAV, whenever data changes in NAV, you can update your Power View, just refresh it, and you will get the real-time data, right? So, but once it is uploaded to Power BI, it will not be dynamic anymore, because since it's not connected to NAV. So how do we get dynamic reports in Power BI is that you will have to schedule. There is a connector, there is a scheduling product which will have to be installed on premise. It will call the data management gateway. So if you want current reports available on your Power BI, you should install a data management gateway on premise and schedule your reports in such a way that it'll always upload the latest reports. Okay. Now, new sales DB has been added, right? So I can share it. Let me go to Power BI and see, what can I do? What else can I do on Power BI that I couldn't do using Power View, right? So finally, this is where all the dots connect, uh, for especially for NAV, because we have not added NAV as a, okay, I'll enable the report in Power BI, enable Power BI for Office 365. I'll enable this report. Okay. So as you can see, I already have two previous sales dashboards here that I was doing for testing. So once you upload your your data, your Power Pivot data to SharePoint, then you can enable that for Power BI, which can be, then you can share or analyze it. Okay, so the report has been analyzed. So there is another feature called Add to Q&A, right? It's like you can ask questions in your natural language. So you can also view the report like a like the Power View that you had on your on-premise. So what is the use of Power BI again? Well, sometimes the data can get large because of the data. If you have 50 tables, I just had five, but if you have 50 tables, imagine if it is a 100 MB Excel sheet, how long it'll take every time for you to connect and oh, okay, okay, something new. Although I remember. Yeah. So if it is a 100 MB Excel file, how long will it take on a on a regular factory user's PC to open, right? So there is a limit on Power BI. However, okay, something has happened. Something broke. Okay, no problem. So this is again, yeah, Norway. Yeah. So this is how you can analyze data in Power BI. And finally, one more feature that I would like to show, and then we can jump into Q&A. And that is the feature of Q&A. So until then, I would just request you to mute just for a couple of minutes. So you can also use Power BI for, it says ask Q&A with Power BI. So before we have our Q&A, I'll show you the example of Q&A in Power BI. You can choose what is the, field that what is the report. So I'll choose new sales dashboard. And this feature is wherein you can ask your questions in natural language. For example, sales total. I'll just total sales in Germany. Okay, so Power BI discounting. Okay, discounting the sales line, total sales amount. Yeah, so this is how you can use that. So customers from Norway, right? So these are all the three customers from Norway because we saw that Norway has great sales. You can even go to the map view, which is you just Power Maps, and depending on the customer's location, you can see who is the customer, right? Yeah. So so this is how you can ask questions in Power BI using everyday language, right? Sales amount of Linda. Okay, so it's showing me how Linda has been able to influence sales, right? For this is the customer number. Okay, so this is the customer's name. Okay, yeah. See, so I hope all of you get the benefit of using Power BI, and imagine, as I saying, a 200 MB or 100 MB Excel file on premise if you want to open it every time and build. I mean, this feature is available in Power BI, asking questions using natural language. But the thing is that the beauty of Power BI is that it'll process large amounts of data in real time, and it all, as I said, comes down to the vision of productivity, right? So I'll pause and I'll go back to my stop presenting now, and I'll go back to answer your Q&A. I hope all of you felt it was an interesting demo. Right, just give me a minute until I return to my link session. So there is a limit on the size of Power BI file as well, and uh, that is 250 MB, right? So your Power BI file, each file can be as big as 250 megabytes, and since it's in a preview stage, it is 250 MB, but as the product is going to mature, the size will definitely increase, right? So, right, with that, let's quickly analyze, I mean, just to recap what we saw so far. What is Power BI? I'm sure all of you know the answer. It's also on your desktop. Power BI is a cloud-based service where you can search easily, create data views and workbooks and share it with your colleagues. And you can use Power Query, Power Pivot, Power Maps, and all those things which have a lot of power. Right. Okay, something was there. Right. Oops, and it's not showing up. Okay, good. Q&A. Nice. So what I'll do is I'll see all the questions that have come up, and I'll try to answer them. If you have any questions, this is the time. You can use the chat panel, chat window to share your questions. Right, the sound is jamming, sound is fine, good to know. Thank you, Lee. No question. Any chances to access inst? Okay. So if you have several companies, can you mash up the data to one report or dashboard from all the companies? Well, it mainly depends on how you pull the data into your Power Pivot, right? Well, you can create a query. Well, every query is based on a table. So if you can design queries that can pull data from several companies, then you can import that into Power Pivot and one dashboard in from multiple companies, right? So did that answer your question, Frederick? Ian, what is the URL reference for data feed? Okay, so for the data feed, Ian, you just have to go to you mean from the NAV side, you just have to go to web services. It'll have the OData URL. Maybe when you get the recording, you can just go and find out where you can access. For NAV, for the Azure Marketplace, you just have to click the get feeds from Azure Marketplace, right? You don't have to remember any URL. Yeah, Amit has already mentioned Power Date Frost from Azure Marketplace. Thank you, Amit. Amit, can you have an optional link, for example, build to and sell to, and then have a runtime choose, or would you need to create two data sets for the customer, say build to customer list and sell to customer? I think I'm not very clear with your questions, Amit. Yeah, if you can share your question with Andy, maybe I can look at it and try to answer that for you. So we took exactly 1 hour. What a timing. So in review, we saw what is Power BI. I hope all of you now have a better idea than you had an hour ago, and you can explain to your prospects and customers what is Power BI. And we also saw how we create data sets using Power Pivot, using NAV, how to create reports using Power View, very good, nice reports. Finally, how do we upload and share reports in Power BI, right? So that's about that. I've come to the end of this webinar. If you have questions, you can use the alias mentioned here. But just wait a minute. Andy also has something to say to all of you. But from my side, thank you all of you for taking time for and giving me the opportunity for this webinar. And you can ask Andy for the recording. And I look forward to have many more webinars with you guys in future. And then you can share your feedback with Andy. I look forward to hear from you.